Hi. It is Saturday. And it is the day before my 24th birthday. So I'm feeling pretty stoked. Pretty good. What's happening here? Oh, this guy's backing into a parking spot. Feeling pretty stoked, pretty good. Just got done with the gym. Weird day at the gym because I was trying some new workouts and struggled to figure them out. And that was really embarrassing. So I'm trying not to shame myself too badly about it, but I did end up getting a good workout in anyway because I just ended up doing some workouts that I knew how to do. But yeah, so today's the Saturday before my birthday. I have been planning a party with some of my very, very good friends for like a month now. And I have everything ready to go. By the time this is posted, everybody will know this, but it's a surprise right now. So I made the theme like gender reveal or like baby shower because I thought that was really funny. Me and one of my best friends saw a tweet a while ago that was like, why don't trans people have like a gender reveal party when they come out? And I thought that was so hilarious. We thought that was so funny. So we kind of planned this gender reveal themed birthday party. So everybody's dressed in blue, or everybody's gonna be dressed in blue. And I bought all of these It's a Boy decorations and everything blue to put up, and I got a custom cake that says "Welcome Baby Parker" on it. It's gonna be so good. But then the surprise part is that everybody else is gonna be dressed in blue, but I got an outfit that's in all pink, and so I'm gonna be dressed in all pink. I also got a crown. It's a really heavy duty, high quality crown that I'm gonna be wearing, and a little birthday sash, and I'm so excited. I love planning things. I really do. I don't know what it is, but something about like just putting a plan together and then executing it and then seeing it work is so satisfying to me. Maybe it's because I'm a Capricorn, sue me, but this was the only thing I wanted for my birthday, was to plan a really intricate, cute little party for me and my friends. So I'm really, really excited for that. My sweet partner has been helping and supporting me as much as they can. I really genuinely have not asked for any actual help planning the party because I wanted to do it all myself, but they have been supporting me and helping me however they can along the way, and they're gonna help me. They're gonna pick up the cake and food for me today. Anyway, yeah, I'm really excited. I've just been feeling like a lot of love lately, which is like a pretty new feeling for me. I have a lot of, what is that noise? Sorry if you can hear it. There's a can rattling. What was I saying? I've never really had a friend group or like a consistent, I don't know, just like people in my life that stick around for a long period of time and like in a healthy way. And this past like year and a half, I have made some really, really incredible friends. And I talked about this in another vlog, but like it's so insane to me that a lot of the people that came to my 23rd birthday party are also going to be at my 24th birthday party. I'm not very well accustomed at all to keeping a group of people in my life for that long, but it feels really incredible because they're all such incredible, smart, kind, genuine, loving people. And for them to like accept me and want me to be a part of their lives makes me feel like, you know, maybe I'm a smart, kind, caring, incredible person, which is a really, really good feeling and has helped me to build a foundation of like loving myself, because seeing yourself through somebody else's eyes and seeing something really positive is, you know, it's a really like healing and cathartic experience. So I felt really lucky to have these people like that I'm surrounded by. And in the past couple weeks, you know, without spreading anybody's business, but in the past couple weeks there have been a few different small conflicts. Nothing crazy, nothing horrible, but just like, you know, humans being humans, and you're not always going to get along perfectly, and sometimes weird things happen and whatever. And that's really scary and triggering for me personally, because a lot of the time when I have had conflicts in friendships, especially like, you know, anyway, when I've had conflicts in friendships, that typically means like the end of the friendship, or at least like the end of the friendship as I know it, and then it leads to like, you know, a dwindling of the friendship. So it's been like it was really scary when the conflict started coming up, especially because it was kind of like 2 or 3 things all at once. And then on top of, you know, having conflict in my relationship with my partner. So that was really scary and really triggering for me, but it has been incredible to see that my friends want to resolve things and want to talk about them and want to like vent about them in a healthy way and not like hold it in their body and not hold it against somebody if, you know, whatever. Like, it's been really incredible that like the people in my life have been like communicating with each other and trying to sort through their problems in a way that is healthy. And we're not always going to be successful in doing that. Like, that's just human. Sometimes you're going to cope with things in a way that is not super healthy. But I don't know. I've just been feeling a lot of love for the people in my life because like that's so incredible that we have had conflict and that we have persevered in our relationships anyway. And maybe that doesn't, I mean, you know, maybe that's like a low bar, to expect your friends to love you when things are hard, or to want to work things out when they get awkward or weird, or when boundaries are crossed or whatever. But it's just genuinely not something I've ever experienced, and it's been a really good exercise for me in accepting boundaries, which is again something I talked about in a previous video, accepting other people's boundaries, and also in being there for my friends without meddling or without trying to solve their problems, which has always been like a really, really big struggle for me. And I'm still not perfect at it. Like, I'm still working on it, but like the stuff that's been coming up in the past week or so has really been helping me to sort of exercise that muscle of, you know, like accepting boundaries, taking them in stride, using my coping mechanisms to deal with the triggers that might come up as a result, and then, you know, moving forward with the relationship and moving on together with people. Yeah, it's been a really positive thing. It's not always, I don't know. You know, I think it's hard because when you have been through so many toxic relationships, you know, like romantic relationships or otherwise in your life, it's really hard to break those patterns. It's really hard to understand how to like have healthy friendships and relationships. So I'm just really, really grateful that there's people in my life that are willing to, you know, stay with me through that process of learning and growing. And I'm also really proud of myself for being able to, you know, start implementing these skills that I have been working so hard to keep, or like to keep, what am I saying? These skills that I've been working so hard to like develop. My hair, don't even look at it. Just shut up. It's like sticking out and it won't stay put. Yeah, it's because, you know, I have been working in therapy on those types of things, of accepting boundaries, on not taking my anger out on other people, not taking my triggers out on other people. And it's really easy to talk about that stuff, to intellectualize it, to understand it, but it's not so easy to implement it. And my camera is shaking so bad. I'm so sorry. There's noises. We're on the freeway. Things are shaking around. If that's giving you motion sickness, I'm sorry. I just film on my iPhone. It's really easy to understand those coping mechanisms. It's really easy to understand where the triggers come from and why. But what is not easy is having that conflict arise and then having to implement those coping skills. And I haven't really had an opportunity to implement those skills in the past year so much. You know, me and my partner have been learning and growing together and learning how to have a healthy relationship with each other. And like, you know, so I've been exercising like my patience and my understanding and like a lot of other skills in like that come with sharing your life with another person. But I haven't really had any conflict with my friends that has come up until, you know, this past week. So it's definitely a new area for me, and like, you know, this type of thing would have caused me to have a really bad episode. You know, previously it would cause me to push people away or to feel like I'm being rejected by people, or, you know, any number of negative emotions that I'm assigning to these situations without really like trying to communicate with the person and trying to understand what the reality is. Like that was really the way that I coped with conflict, pretty much my entire life, if I'm being honest, up until, you know, my 23rd birthday is around the time that I started to actually like want to change things and want to, you know, learn how to not do those things. Excuse me. So yeah, it's been a really interesting exercise, and like a really light one too. Like when I say the word conflict, I really use it loosely. Like it's been really tame, at least for me. Like I'm watching my friends go through a lot of things right now, and just trying to help them in any way that I can. Like I said, without meddling, without doing a bunch of emotional labor that nobody's asking me to do and nobody needs me to do, because, you know, it's in their lives and they're handling it. But yeah, the conflict that I've been personally going through it's not. Anyway. So yeah, that's been a really interesting opportunity. I'm going right now to pick up my contact lenses in Murray, which is where I grew up. So that's kind of weird. Going to Murray is always kind of weird, just because I literally lived here from the time I was born until I was like 17. So, you know, my high school's here and everything. Should I say that on the internet? I think it's fine. I don't live there anymore. But yeah, so I don't have a ton else to say. I just kind of wanted to film something because I haven't filmed anything in a little while. I hope that you, the person watching this, I hope that you're feeling a lot of love lately. I hope that the new year sort of rejuvenation that a lot of people feel, I hope that's been carrying over into mid-January. I hope that if you started going to the gym, that you're feeling good about learning new workouts and learning how to exist in that environment. And, you know, I hope that whatever resolutions you have, that you are still excited about those, because I think like a lot of the reason that people sort of lose motivation is because they stop being excited about the things that they're trying to do. But if you want to achieve your goals, you have to do them even when they're not exciting, and even when you don't want to do them, you know, which is not revolutionary advice by any means, but that's the way that it is. If you want to achieve things, then you have to push through the days when you don't want to do them. And eventually you'll get back to the days when you do want to do them. And especially when you start getting better and developing your skills and, you know, feeling like you're more of a, I guess more of like an amateur than you are a beginner. Is amateur a step above beginner? But once you start feeling like you are learning some more skills, like I don't know. You just have to be patient with yourself is all I'm saying. And you have to be willing to do things that are not fun and that are hard. And I have faith in you that you are able to do things that are hard, because you've done things that are hard before and you've succeeded through them and you've lived through them, and you will do things that are hard again. And if that's the gym, then great. If it's eating cleaner, if it's quitting smoking, if it's I don't know, running a marathon, there are non-health related resolutions, but reading more books, like whatever it is, you know, I have faith that you can achieve that. So I hope that you are still feeling faithful in yourself, and I hope that you are persevering. I really, really do, because, you know, I've been feeling lately like I'm starting to see a lot of progress in myself, and I'm starting to feel really good about myself, and that helps to motivate me to push through the days that are not easy. You know, when I first started working out, I got really frustrated really easily because learning how to lift is hard. Learning form is hard, and even if you understand the basic principles of, you know, how to activate your muscles, it's still tough. And so I got frustrated really easily, and eventually, like, I did hit a point where, you know, everything started to click, and I started to understand the things that I'd been struggling with. But now that I have gotten more comfortable with a lot of different muscle groups and like different workouts, I'm starting to push myself to learn new ones. And these are ones that, because my girlfriend taught me a lot of, what I learned in the first couple months of working out. But a lot of the workouts I'm doing now are ones that, my girlfriend doesn't know. So they can't guide me through it. So I have to teach myself. And that is really challenging. But, I'm trying to push through it. And I'm trying to not let it demotivate me and make me feel like bad, about myself and my progress. Yesterday we did leg day, and I was trying to learn how to do Romanian deadlifts, RDLs, which I called Russian deadlifts, by the way. I don't know where the fuck I got that from. They're not Russian, they're Romanian. But we were trying to learn how to do RDLs, and Jackie knows how to do it. My partner knows how to do it, but I don't know how to do it. So they were trying to teach me, and it was so frustrating because the whole time, you have to think about where your shoulders are and where your butt is and where your core is and where your fucking knees are at and making sure your feet are planted. And it's just so much to have to focus on. And so I was getting really, really frustrated because it was just not clicking. And this was also the second time that I had tried to learn this lift, and I was still struggling just as much as I did the first time. So that was really frustrating. And then today I went into the gym and I tried 2 new exercises that I just could not figure out, and that was really frustrating. But I came out to my car and I was like, okay, everybody fucking has days where they try new lifts and it doesn't work out, and everybody has days where their workout doesn't go as smoothly as they want it to, and that's okay. And it doesn't mean that I'm not good at working out. It doesn't mean that I'm not good at lifting. It doesn't mean that I'm whatever. And also, on top of that, I'm still fairly new to the gym. I haven't even been going for a year. So I'm trying to be easy on myself and trying to be kind to myself. And that was really hard for me when I first started going to the gym, where I would tell myself, you should know this. You should be able to figure this out. Why aren't you smart enough? Why aren't you good enough? And those things just aren't fair. And you wouldn't say those things to another person. Maybe you would. You shouldn't. But most people wouldn't say something that mean to another person. So, why is it okay to say it to yourself? Again, not revolutionary advice, but it's something that's really good to keep in mind if you struggle with negative self-talk, or if you struggle with really high expectations for yourself that you can't always meet. I don't think there's anything wrong with having high expectations for yourself. I think that it helps you to, it's that whole thing of shoot for the moon, and if you miss, then you'll land among the stars or whatever. Even if you have these really high expectations that you're not always meeting, it will help you to get to a better place anyway with your goals, and it'll help you to get closer to being able to achieve those high expectations. But there's a difference between high expectations and unrealistic expectations, and you're just a human. You're not Superman, and you're not going to be perfect, and every day that you work toward your goals is not going to be a perfect day of working towards your goals. It's not going to be a perfect day of getting you closer. Some days, whatever, but just be kind to yourself. I'm trying to be more kind to myself. It is very, very hard, especially if you're like me and you spent many, many years hating yourself a whole lot. But the thing is, when you hate yourself, that hate emanates, and it makes you hate other people, and it makes you hate the world, and it's bad, and it's just not a good way to move through life. So, have a high expectations for yourself. I believe in you that you can achieve the things that you want to achieve, but don't be hard on yourself. Don't be mean to yourself. You don't need tough love. You need gentle love. I'm telling you, I'm guaranteeing you, when it comes to achieving your goals, you don't need tough love. The world will give you tough love. Give yourself gentle love, and let the people around you give you gentle love if they're offering that, which they should be. A little bit of light bullying never hurt anybody, but try to find support where you can, and try to give yourself the support that you can't find anywhere else, because you are your own worst enemy, but you should be your biggest fan. That's a whole lot of corny shit that I just said. But maybe it'll help someone. I don't know. I need to hear it. That's for sure. And speaking it out loud helps me to remember that it's true. That I deserve to love myself. And that I can have high expectations for myself without being disappointed if I fail. Because, you know, how many times did Thomas Edison try to invent the light bulb or whatever? Like a billion. And then eventually he succeeded. Sometimes you gotta do it 1,000,001 times. Okay, I'm at my doctor's office now, so I'm gonna go pick up my contacts. These videos are really fun to film, but sometimes I just feel like I'm talking about nothing. So I hope that you're enjoying watching them. I'm very excited for my birthday party. I'm so excited. I'm excited to celebrate with my friends. One of my friends is bringing her long distance girlfriend that I get to meet for the first time. And it's just going to be a really, really good weekend. I have 4 straight days off work. That was my treat to myself. I took 4 days off work. Yeah, that's my story. That's my day. Follow me on Instagram, queer.edge. And that's it. And I'll see you the next time I film one of these. Next time I see you, I'll be 24. Bye-bye.